Okay, hi guys. Let's see here. Trying to get to live chat. Here we go. Hello. Hi Margot, Sherry, Deborah, Barb, Bucky Ann, Kevin, and Linda are all on the Zoom watching. Okay, so we're going to talk about Ruby Franke, and it's weird because I was watching... Uh-oh, I'm buffering. Why am I buffering? My circle is going on my YouTube thing. I hope I'm not buffering. Oh, there I am. I'm not buffering. Okay. So, hi, Emily Casto. How are you? So, hi, Janae. So, when I watched it, I was like skipping through the court, and first when I looked at it on like court TV, it said that she said like 3 words. So I was like, oh, nothing too much happening. And then a little bit ago, I see what the horrible allegations she made against her 2 kids. And now this is kind of telling us why. Remember when, hi, it's Pink, Jody Hildebrandt said these kids should never be around any other kids. And I'm going to tell you why she's saying that, and it's really disgusting, okay? So she was in court. Her husband was in court with his lawyer. Older kids were there. And she appeared via Zoom. And she is claiming that the child SA'd 20 kids. Siblings, cousins, other kids. And that's why they can't be around any other kids. Now let's just look at this the normal way. If that was true, how does that absolve her of anything? Okay, because they're tied up with rope and duct tape. So if that was true of a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, that's not what you do, right? That you're not going to get off the hook for that. So that is like, doesn't make any sense. But then she says one of her 3-year-olds started watching porn. Well, who is responsible for that? Right? Does that absolve her from anything? It is crazy. I don't even understand this. This is nuts. So let's look at what happened. You're going to bed on that one?
Yeah, what the heck?
So mom, what?
How old were the kids who sexual assaulting each other? Or whatever?
She's saying the 12-year-old was tied up with rope and duct tape and all this stuff because he was essaying 20 other kids. And he should never be around any other children. And this is what they said. And the 10-year-old is the other one that should never be around any children.
Okay. And then,
so that's the reason that they had the kids duct taped and tied up with rope with open wounds and stuff for the rope cutting into their skin.
Okay. How old was the...
And withheld food and water, too.
Yeah. And how old was the one that was watching porn? 3 years
3.
old? Yeah, I don't even think you can understand what porn is at 3 years old. Oh, my God.
But whose fault would that be if she was?
Yeah, they have access.
As a parent, how does she have an access to that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is crazy. Okay. So apparently she sobbed in court as she appeared for the shelter hearing for her 4 minor children to determine custody. So speaking to the court, she at times broke down as she made shocking claims that one of her minor children SA'd their sibling and SA'd, molested, there's what they say, several other family members and children in the neighborhood over the years. We know she was arrested with her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, right? On, August 31st or 30th of last month, end of last month. They have each 6 felony counts of child abuse. And one of her sons, the reason this whole thing came out, because he jumped out of the window, the 12-year-old, he had open wounds because he had been tied up with rope. He had duct tape on his extremities, and he was malnourished, emaciated, and wanting food and water from a neighbor who made a 911 call. We're going to listen to the full 911 call in just a minute. So she appeared via video. She is being held without bail. They didn't let her out. They didn't approve her bail, at least until her next court appearance, scheduled. He said a week from next Thursday or Friday. I think they're saying it is next Friday. Okay. The court hearing was presided over by the judge. Let me just get a picture up here. This was her husband. Arriving there. Let's see. Okay, so here's what we have. The court hearing was presided over by the judge. Sakchata Bazel lasted 30 minutes. Inside the courtroom sat Frankie's husband, Kevin, with his attorney, Randy Kester. Another table were the state's attorneys and what appeared to be Frankie's two oldest daughters, appearing to be accompanied by an attorney as well. Ruby seemed to pin the blame for her behavior on her children. Ruby Franke went into horrific detail about how one of her 6 kids abused other children. She claimed that one of her kids began looking at pornography at just 3 years old. In one of the most shocking claims, Frankie said that her child had been sexually abusing a younger sibling for years, adding that eventually the two of them began to abuse other children. She also claimed that 2 children played a patting game with each other, but did not go into further detail. She said that in May, her child confessed to essaying 20 people, including cousins and neighbors. She provided absolutely no proof of her sickening allegations. The court went into an eerie silence after she made these disturbing claims. The judge then said that her alleged abusive child will then need to be placed in a home with no other children. So nice. Now the kid hasn't had enough abuse. Now they're going to be completely isolated. That's going to be really good for their psyche. Kevin Franke was wearing a dark suit, sat at a table with his attorney looking straight ahead as his wife made these sickening allegations. In a surprising courtroom move, an attorney who was sitting in the public viewing area stood up and asked the judge to hear details about the essay of another child because a mother of one of the alleged victims was in the courtroom. The judge denied the request, citing the details of the alleged abuse can be heard at a future time. Outside of the court, the media attempted to get a comment from the mother whose child was allegedly essayed by the Franke child, but they refused to speak. Kevin Franke and his attorney Randy Keister, left the courthouse. About an hour later, gave no comment, and when asked if he believed his wife's shocking allegations again, Keister said he's been instructed by the court not to comment to the press. Out of respect for the children involved, we have no comment. The judge set the next hearing date for September 15th, mediation hearing, and a September 18th pre-trial hearing. Yeah, that was the one I was talking about, the pre-trial hearing. The judge told Ruby Franke that if she's released from jail, she will need to attend the hearings in person, and if not, they'll have to make accommodations for transportation. let's see here. See if there's anything else going on about that. And let's just see about, we're going to do the 911 call, but I just want to see one thing here besides that. Because I want to, now that, well, remember when we said, why did Jody Hildebrandt say that these children should not be around other children? It's really bizarre, but let me get this. Hold on. Okay. Let me grab. Come on. Okay, so here's. So oh my gosh, just hang on one second. This is taking a turn. There we go. Okay, I want to just go over one thing that I just saw now that somebody else spoke out. Let me see here. A cousin, that didn't want to give their name, but one of the Frankie cousins spoke out and said that the news of Ruby Franke's child abuse case is disgusting. She said, but the problem is bigger than people know. And said that this is not the first time their family has experienced this behavior. She said other members have also duct taped, handcuffed, and starved kids. Hang on. They described the unprovoked child abuse and slapping that took place in their house as a child, and said that after watching Ruby Franke's YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, they said they noticed Ruby's same mannerisms. I'm not shocked. It's not a shock at all. The direction in which it went was not what I thought, but from which it came was to be expected, said the cousin. I wasn't expecting some of the details in the story to line up with details in my own family history. My mother handcuffed my sisters when they were young, and a lack of food wasn't uncommon, but it wasn't out of a lack of money, and there was a time when it could have been prevented and wasn't. All I can say is my mother did duct tape my siblings. I'm not shocked. That's from a cousin. And let's see here. This right here was the home this was Ruby Franke's home with her kids. The house that they escaped from was Jody's home. But this here, over here, go over there, go, was Ruby's and her husband Kevin's. Come on, get over there. Okay. So neighbors say they have been in contact with Utah Division of Child and Family Services in the past, and they feared the kids would leave the house in body bags. I remember that she took away their Christmas one year, and she would say things like, "They're not repenting correctly." Just complete insanity, said a male neighbor. The local residents also said how Ruby Franke would interfere in the lives of her neighbors. One recalled an incident where Frankie lectured a neighbor over what she deemed to be inappropriate posters of women posing in shorts that were on display in a garage. She bragged previously online about letting her kids go hungry, canceling Christmas, and even punishing her children by taking them out of school and forcing them to clean floorboards. She and Jody Hildebrandt also were previously criticized for their teachings on parenting, collaborating on Hildebrandt's life counseling service. Frankie's channel, that had gained great fame through YouTube, stopped making and posting videos in January of 2022. See. One of Hildebrandt's neighbors, whose home is located at the base of the Red Mountains in Ivins, Utah, said, "One thing we noticed, and we told the police the same thing 6 to 8 weeks ago, was when it is really hot outside, I was outside in the late morning, afternoon, pulling weeds, and over at Jody's home, several kids were also outside her home pulling weeds. Over the course of the day, the temperature was over 100 degrees, and I gave up after a while because it was so hot. But I noticed that the kids stayed out there. They also noticed how they never heard any sounds coming from the home, such as the children playing outside, which they thought was unusual." Ruby's oldest daughter, Sherry, posted about her mother's arrest on Instagram, sharing an image of the police outside the home, captioned, "Finally," and added, "Today has been a big day. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy." Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to get the... What's the problem here with this? Okay, hang on. All right, let's see this now.
On the address of your emergency. Okay, and the phone number you're calling from? Tell me exactly what happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he had just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Okay. Did your door lock?
No, I'm I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio. And he asked us to call the police.
What's
So
his
he's
name?
very afraid. What's your last name? He's 12 years old. Yes.
Okay, and can you ask him his date of birth?
Can you tell me your birthday?
Okay, and are the neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No. We are homes are far enough away. I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He says he just left through the porch at the neighbor's house. Her name is Jody Hildebrand, and she lives 2 doors up the street. Yeah, her and Cayenne and the houses are far apart, so he walked just under the block to get to our house. He rang my doorbell and asked me to call the police.
Does he seem to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
I don't think so, but he's very thirsty and,
Need an ambulance?
I don't think he needs an ambulance. I'll let the cops decide that, but his ankles are taped up and he won't tell us why.
Okay.
But he has duct tape around each ankle. Yeah, there's sores around him. I think the good chance he's been, oh, and he has them around his ankles. I mean, his wrists as well. Okay, this boy has been, this kid is obviously been, I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Okay. Let's get to the paramedics headed over that way, okay?
Oh, that's a good idea, too.
Let's see. Has he told you where his mom or dad are?
Haven't asked him that. Hmm? Yeah. You know where your mom is?
I really thought you knew.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't matter, son. Do you know where your mom and dad are?
Well, actually, I don't know where my mom is, but I do know where my dad is. He's not anywhere here. Really? Nowhere.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to. He says he knows where his mom is, but,
He doesn't know where his dad is.
that's correct.
I do know where my dad is.
Is his mom home?
He doesn't live
He just says he doesn't live around here.
Is his
Yeah,
mom
we're
in the
good.
area?
And is your mom around here? Have you seen her lately? He doesn't know where she is right now.
Does he know his mom's name?
What's your mom's name? Ruby Franke? Ruby Franke is his mom's name.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
F-R-A-N-K-E.
F-R-A-N-K-E.
Okay. And does she live in the area?
No, I'm not sure where she lives. He's trying to help us, but he's...
Okay. We don't want to stress him out too much. The officers will go over all these questions with him anyway. I just want to stay on the phone with you until we get some help there, okay?
Yeah,
What's your name? Okay. Can you ask him if any other children were in the home he came from?
Okay. Was there any other kids up at Jody's house? Anybody else? No, how? Yeah, this is the 30th of, or excuse me, the 29th of August.
It'll be the 30th of August.
10 and 14, and they're still at this house.
Are they tied up as well?
What's the deal with, are they being held? Do they have wounds on them as well?
Nothing bad going on with us.
Okay. Okay, so they're able to walk around the house and everything? Well, okay, he says everything's fine with them. Grain of salt.
Okay.
He says what's happened to him is his fault.
Sad to hear. They're coming to you as quick as they can, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I really want to make sure.
He's finally got him sitting here, my wife. He got him water and something to give him something to eat because he's hungry and because he's hearing his stocking feet. So he escaped.
Well, I'm glad that he was able to make it to be safe. They should just be pulling up now. Let me know when they're with you, okay?
Will do. I hear a car, but they're not coming on the driveway. You did good. Enjoy that banana, okay?
Yeah, he
You did
just
the right thing.
seconds ago, so he might be waiting for his partner, I'm not sure.
Is Jody up there right now? Okay. Jody Hildebrand is up there right now.
Okay.
So she may be looking for him here soon, but he's not doing, obviously. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
I'm just asking where he is now.
Yeah, she's a bad lady. We didn't realize how bad.
Okay, let's see. I'm just asking where he is. Well, sounds like he's making a phone call real quick to his sergeant. He is going to head up.
Okay, all right, well, if we have to take him inside the house, we will. We're just sitting outside right now because we have chairs out here and it was convenient.
That's okay. If anything, he's sitting out down your driveway and keeping an eye on the house. So if that's where you feel safe, that's where the child feels safe, and let's just stay where you're at.
Yeah, I think we're doing this. Yes.
Does he have anything with him?
No, he's wearing a long sleeve shirt and shorts, and it's way too big for him.
Can you tell me what color the shirt and shirt?
Okay, the ambulance is here.
Okay.
So.
Are they with you?
No, they're just not getting out of the truck.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll let you go then. You did a great job.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
Okay, so that was the full call, and wow, pretty horrific. But the kid says that nobody else was being held against their will or whatever, and this is because of something he did. So, wow. Okay, let me go about Judy's. Okay. Okay, so there was a problem that multiple outlets reported that the live stream of the hearing held in St. George experienced technical difficulties after over 1,000 people tried to watch it, and that ultimately delayed the hearing. Judge John Walton is now going to oversee both Ruby Franke and Jody Hildebrand's cases. And that was something that they brought up during the hearing, and I did see that. 4 of the 6 children are minors, and they've now been placed under Utah's Division of Child and Family Services. Okay, so there was a second hearing held in juvenile court. The hearing occurred. It was a child welfare case, and records were kept private. But see, the thing that I'm confused about is several media outlets were reporting that we're not reporting this stuff about the child, what she accused the children of. Several. I went through several. And they were just saying that, oh, it's just nothing happened with anything. It's just, they're going to have another pretrial hearing, blah, 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 blah. And they just changed the judge. And then that's what I saw on some of them. And then now this whole thing. So I don't know what the deal is. Did the technical difficulties cause some people not to, or some media not to see it? I don't really understand what happened there. Or I'm going to see this one right here. The hearing was delayed by more than half an hour. And at one point, the Utah court's representative released a statement saying that Ruby Franke would not be in attendance. Jail documents showed that she had been moved from a holding cell where she would be joining the proceedings remotely and into a medical block at Purgatory Correctional Facility. In the meantime, local media could not access the WebEx hearing because the virtual courtroom was overloaded. The hearing eventually began, though the broadcast cut in and out, likely due to the sheer number of viewers who were attempting to watch, and many portions of the proceedings were inaudible. I find that weird because remember how many of us were streaming and watching Letitia Stelk and we didn't have any issues. Some details may not be available until the courtroom pool video and or transcripts are distributed to the media. Maybe that was that part. I don't know. Maybe that was the reason. She was in attendance, after all, appearing via webcam, Ruby. The judge ordered Frankie will be held without bail. The question of whether she'll be released on her own recognizance surfaced earlier in the week when the court assessment was filed that recommended she be released and monitored pending trial. Her next hearing date is September 21st. But they also say like 15th and 18th or something. I don't know. It wasn't immediately clear why Frankie had been moved to the medical block Neither the court spokesperson nor her attorney had released any statements regarding to the media as of 3 p.m. Mountain on Friday. Hildebrand's hearing immediately followed Frankie's, and she too was ordered to be held at the Southern Utah jail without bail until her next hearing. See, I think there was something that went on. Thousands tried to watch. Yeah. Okay, it said the hearing, let me see. The court asked people to mute and turn off cameras while people were still being let in, but that didn't stop many comments. Most comments telling other people to mute their microphones. On Twitter, the Utah court's account said there were over 1,000 people in the room and many more trying to get in, and that was well before they began the hearing. Multiple people were kicked out of the virtual room before the hearing started, and the court tried to handle the volume. It said Law and Crime Network tried to stream the hearing on its YouTube channel where over 40,000 people were watching, but its stream stopped before the hearing started. And when it was kicked off, a moderator said the site would try to get it back on, but its stream never resumed. See, so I guess maybe many of the outlets didn't hear it, but I can tell you that there was one media outlet that was reporting that she said 3 words or something. Just answered yes, yes, or something, and that was it. And nothing about the allegations of SA that she said. So bizarre. So I guess maybe some people couldn't see a stream where that part of it was on there. Very strange, very strange. Let me see something here. Okay. All right, let me look at this and see what this has to say here. Ruby Franke reportedly made shocking essay allegations about one of her 6 children during a hearing for charges she faces for aggravated child abuse in Provo, Utah, Thursday. The disgraced YouTuber, 41, claimed during the court appearance that one of her minor children abused a sibling and essayed several other family members and neighbors for years. She also claimed the troubled child. Oh, so see now, before in other places, they made it sound like it was 2 different children. Now this source is saying she claimed that the troubled child began looking at P at 3 years old. So she's talking about the same child. Is very confusing because some outlets are not even reporting even seeing that or hearing that. So there had to be something that affected the stream, and some people didn't get the full stream, and I don't know. A lot of different stuff being reported here. Okay, so let's see. And then you've got that weird thing where it says about that. However, at one point during the hearing, an attorney in the courtroom claiming to represent one of the mothers of an SA victim asked to be heard. The judge reportedly denied the attorney's request, stating that those claims could be heard at a later time, but noted that the alleged abusive child would need to be placed in a home with no other children. Very strange. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. That's something really crazy, but it makes you think, because Jody was saying that prior. Now, is this something like, I don't know, I just don't trust this Jody and idea. I don't know. Something is really wrong with this picture. And she being the one that's saying that he shouldn't, but she said these kids should, I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to the live chat, but it doesn't want to let me do that. Oh wow, there comes more rain again. We have just had so much rain. We had days of no rain and a heat wave, and now we're just having pouring rain now. And I was taking a walk today, and I was freaking out because it started to thunder. It's like I was running back to get to the house, because we have been having a lot of trees been struck by lightning, falling. Okay, come on. I'm sorry, this is not letting me come back to the chat, and I'm sorry I can't navigate anything, so I just have to stop pushing anything because it's just going to make it wait longer. So we'll just stop. But yeah, the next thing we're going to talk about is Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone. So I think she's on lawyer number 7 now. They had the current lawyer being dismissed because, he came, stood up there and said, how could he adequately, he has to be dismissed because how could he adequately represent and work for Sarah Boone, especially in a murder case, when he was being referred to, I think, did he say a chump, dud, some other names. And so she's going to have, I believe its next date is November, and I think a trial and December date is there. But yeah, we'll see if that goes off, Who knows? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now this, I wonder if this is this rain or whatever the heck this is. It's not letting me navigate off this. Let me try again. Oh, maybe I have to, hold on. I think I know why something might be being a pain. I have my Photoshop open. So let me shut that because that uses a lot of memory. Let me shut that. Come on, shut down. I think I'm gonna have to call the task manager to come on here. It doesn't want to stop these things, but wait, I'll be right there. I am so sorry. So sorry. It doesn't want to let me shut this down. It won't even let me hit the, oh, here comes the task manager. Hang on. Hope you can still hear me. I'm still here. It's just preparing the security options. I don't know what the heck it's doing. Hang on. Task manager, I'm going to shut some of this stuff down. Very sorry. I always say that's like the life support monitor on the computer. I still don't see the task manager. It hasn't come up yet. Oh, this is so strange. Okay. Let me call for it again. Okay, it's finally come up now. And let's get rid of some of this stuff. I'm very sorry. Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh, there's the thunder. All right, let me end some of this stuff here. Processes. All right, let's take this and end this task. If we lose electricity, okay, then you'll know that's going to happen, but I'm just going to get rid of all this stuff that's open here. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this. I'm very sorry. And get rid of this. Come on. Gotta love technology when it does this to you, huh? Okay, now I'm all frozen. That's good. So I'm frozen. Okay, so sorry. Well, I'm really hoping that we're going to get back on track now. This is insane. Okay, let's just go right to Sarah Boone and finish this. I don't even know if you're here because I don't even have my live chat on. But I'm just going to do like I told High Speed Drifter. Just go on with the show. So, Sarah Boone. Let's see here. Shoot. Sarah Boone's publicly appointed attorney has withdrawn from the case after she allegedly insulted him multiple times. She wrote multiple letters to the judge calling him a dud and a buffoon. That was the other word, a buffoon. Yes. The judge appointed Sarah Boone a new attorney. During her court hearing Friday, Sarah has pled not guilty to the murder of George Torres. Investigators say she put him into a suitcase during a drunken game of hide-and-seek in 2020. Okay, and let's see what we're going to have here with this. And her next dates. I think it's October 2nd. I just want to make sure I give you the right date here. Her next appearance here is saying late October. But I think this is, I'm telling you, there's so much conflicting freaking information. And I was watching this, saw her in court. She was in blue, looked like blue, dark blue scrubs. See what's her October court date. The judge explained that this new attorney was going to delay things and yada yada yada. Okay, so it had originally, back in July, the next pretrial hearing was set for September 20th, with the trial beginning October 2nd. But then that was all changed. And she's going late October now. And then, or it's November. Let me see. It says her next appearance in court will be late October. But I think... Is it a November trial date now? Let me see. Hear that? Okay, here, let me look over here. I'll get to it. Motion to withdraw counsel. Okay. Sarah Boone, let me see here. Okay, so on August 30th, Sarah Boone, oh, okay, look at these letters. Let's take a look at these. Hold on one second. Let's take a look at these. And I think, wait a second. Let's look at the letter dated first. Let's grab it. Let's do the August 26th letter first from Sarah. Okay. Wow, look at all these letters. Oh, let's go through these. Let's go through the... Okay, so it looks like November 3rd, my father's birthday. Let's see. Let's go through these. These should be a fun read. We'll go all the way up to the one the 30th. Judge Wayne C. Wooten. Okay. Honorable Judge Wooten, forgive me in advance for having to utilize your invaluable time to ask the current progress of my case, but after not having any form of communication with my attorney appointed by you, now after 11 weeks and counting, after sending 4 letters to my attorney appointed by you with no response, and after finally finding an outside resource to inform me of the uneventful, confusing file documents online by my attorney appointed by you, I am still waiting with the perpetual question mark over my head. I remember reading this one. No letters, no video visits, no face-to-face visits, no answered phone calls from my attorney, or even a response from you. Your Honor, regarding one of my letters expressing my legitimate concern of what's going on in my case, and where's my attorney? It has now been over 4 months since being appointed another attorney, number 6, and not by my decision, influence, or choice, and almost 3 of the 4 months not hearing from said attorney, 8/22/22 last correspondence. Why? What is the reason? Why haven't I received a letter, even a 15-minute video update, anything? Even after my PTC on 10/25 is what truly confuses me and nonetheless upsets me. The fact I was not in attendance so I could know what's going on in my case, especially considering I have not heard from my attorney in 11 weeks and should have been included. Why was I not? This is my case. Was Mr. Bankowitz even there to represent me? I don't know anything still. The problem is that my constitutional rights are incorrectly being waived without my knowledge or permission. I've never signed anything nor verbalized the idea I wish to waive my appearances to any of my court dates. I want to be present for all dates going forward, please. Regardless the significance, all are significant to me since my attorney fails to relay any information in any way. If he is not going to, then I must, myself and for myself, as always, my entire life. What else can I do? Who else can I seek help from? I have you and God, Judge Wooten. If I do have an attorney, where is he? There's so much to do all over in my case. Hopefully the right way this time, off to a rocky start, where I wonder how more extended my time will be on top of the almost soon to be 36 months, 3 years already. Is this how the justice system really works? Am I being penalized for wanting to be fully involved in everything in my case and intelligent enough to know how my case is being handled? It is unjust and, from my point of view, disastrous, considering I'm still here, sitting in Orange County Jail, counting the days and praying my 6th attorney contacts me and we can move forward, finally coming to an end to this seemingly endless debacle. You would think, considering the circus show my entire case is being made out to be, with all the hype, sensationalism, and publicity, I received a letter all the way from across the pond, England, the other day. It would be being handled more professional, better. I learn something now every day about facts, events, and outcomes in my case from all the inmates and officers as well. I wonder if they might know where my attorney is. Bottom line, please understand, I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want to be hindered any longer in getting just to the starting line again. I don't want to be suppressed in being heard finally, truthfully, and correctly. So when Judge Wooten, will I hear from my attorney, or you, please, just with some type of response other than a copy of my letters I keep sending, which I already have. In the meantime, it is my understanding the following documents have been filed in my case since the appointment of Frank Bankowitz, my attorney, MIA. So then she puts down Bankowitz appointed 7/11, PTC order, pre-trial 10/25, trial 11/7, pre-trial canceled. Okay, then 9/23, notice of unavailability. 10/7, correspondence, my letter to Bankowitz. 10/12, correspondence to defendant, copy of my letter. 10/24, notice of appearance for what? Had 3 years ago, not guilty plea, already filed, waiver of appearance, never signed, agreed to. Compensation for what? What's been done? 10/25, substituting conflict counsel. Who is my attorney? 10/25, PTC 1/17/2023. And it says, that's it. In the almost 4 months I've been a client of Mr. Bankowitz, that's the only progress. What's next? Where are my copies of everything filed ever? This sounds like Lucy from Charlie Brown when she goes, I just want my fair share. Right? Okay. This is one way I can have some idea of what's happening. And please remember, I have no access to a computer nor any reliable outside resource to check anything for me. Please mail copies. I'm trying to come up with any solution possible to keep me, the other party in my case, informed and updated. This also is a part of the court's responsibility. I would especially think, knowing I've not heard from my attorney in any way for 11 weeks, I want to be included. As always, I thank you for your time and understanding. Please help however you are able. I am not helpless. I am ready to get this show on the road and to hear from someone other than myself asking the same question over and over and over. What's going on in my case? Or how many more pens will I exhaust asking? Grateful and patiently waiting. I await your response. Sincerely, Sarah Boone. Okay, and we're going to go, that was 11. Now this is May. No, there was one before May. Hang on, it was in the wrong order. Yeah, January. We're going to go to January. Okay. Mr. Bankowitz. This is January 10th, 2023. Hello and Happy New Year. I hope the holidays were lovely and very memorable for you and your family. I just wanted to check in, as I have not heard from you since the status hearing back on 12/27/22, and want to confirm you are still my attorney after your motion to withdraw was filed 12/19/22. It is my understanding you are, which is why I am writing to you directly, but also including Judge Wooten, for fear I do not receive a response like the last almost 5 months, 21 weeks, 147 days. It is very important to me that you are aware of my questions and concerns for the anticipated pretrial conference on 1/17/23. If you're unable to speak to me beforehand, which I am very much hoping you will be, unfortunately I am unsure what else to inquire about, as I am unaware of any other progress going on in my case. In the meantime, please see below, and thank you in advance for the information and clarification. Pretrial conference 1/17/23. I would like to be in attendance. What time, please? I have not received a notice via mail or heard from you to ask, and no time was stated during the status hearing. Please make the necessary arrangements for me to be included. It is my right. Waiver of appearance. Please mail or bring the appropriate documents to unwaive my appearances going further to everything I am able to be included on, so I am kept up updated with any and all status of my case. It is my right. Please note I have not signed any paperwork for you since the start of your representation, 7/11/22, as my attorney, so I am unclear how my right to appear was waived in the first place, nor have I verbally given permission for the waiver either. Please provide the signed copy at your earliest convenience. Reason for withdrawal. It was not made known by you as my attorney or stated by the judge to the court during the status hearing. I was completely blindsided and still massively confused for the attempt, as our attorney-client relationship hasn't even been established from the 2 hours we have spoken out of the now 4,536, and the general information was when we actually did. If you had any genuine, legitimate concerns, I thought from a professional, moralistic standpoint, you would have discussed with me, or at least mentioned, rather than being uncommunicative for almost 6 months, an entire half of another year for me, just sitting here with nothing to show but the perpetual question mark still over my head. I would have hoped if you were unable to maintain your workload, which still presently includes me as your client, you would not have made the decision to take on my case and even give me selling points on all your capabilities and resources. Why? Please help me understand. We are supposed to be working together and for each other rather than against. It worries me. Futuristically, also, I have not to date received the copy of your withdrawal Judge Wooten said I was included on when reading the certificate of service during the hearing. Please provide me a copy. Phone account. It was previously told to me by you in our first in-person meeting, 8/22/22, that you already had this set up and were having your assistant look into so we could use. After not answering any of my calls, the few I did make in an attempt to touch base with you to provide requested information you asked me for, I stopped calling you, Mr. Bankowitz, and have not to date since September 2022. I kept hoping you would call me or set up a visit, even for 15 minutes, which has not happened. Please help me understand why you gave me your personal cell phone number. Also, to clarify for you, the judge, etc., I did not avidly search for the statements regarding your public reprimands in 2015 and 2018 in an attempt to speak with you from no response to my letters or calls, cell or office, when having someone look up any contact alternative and to confirm your address from a letter I sent that was returned, then resent, the reprimands were discovered, and for the same complaint as mine, lack of communication. During the status hearing, when I made this known, I was not clear in the end if you were going to actually set up again the phone account to be used, which any and all calls inmates must have established in order to speak to family, friends, attorneys, anyone. It is nothing new or extra, and all costs incurred can be submitted for payment to the court as you have done in the past already. This is how attorneys communicate with their clients here in OCCD. Another option, in addition to 45-minute video visits, 15 minutes at-home visits, in-person visits, and of course the postal service, it would definitely make sense to use in advance of even more time being exhausted in the length between any visits in the future, which will only help the progress of everything. Will you be utilizing? In the status hearing, you stated that you have 2 boxes of information that are out of order and unorganized. Have you organized and reviewed? How long have they been in your possession? When will we be going over? It is extremely concerning that this is all you have. It has been said there were 3, 5, 6, a ton from some of the attorneys prior on my case. Which is it? What is there? 3 years later, I'm still wondering. I have also put in numerous hours, pages, pen ink of my own information, which I am praying is in either of the boxes you currently have. Please let me know as the added amount of even more time to locate, receive, review anything missing from everyone receiving before then withdrawing will most definitely be extreme. I don't know what you have. I also could assist in organizing what you do have, considering it's all part of my case. I am eagerly waiting and more than willing to help with this and everything else. I just need to see what there is, which I have yet to 3 years later. Prosecutor: is there a new one in my case? I noticed his attendance during the last 3 hearing attempts and came to the conclusion there is. Since you have not communicated with me this or any information, nor an announcement made by the court, I do not know. If so, what is his name? What is his background? Mr. Bankowitz, you must understand how insignificant I have been made to feel with the never-ending debacles, hurdles, and stumbling blocks I have and am going through and still facing since becoming incarcerated. No one seems to listen, ever. I refuse, absolutely refuse to believe this. My entire experience to date really is how our justice system operates. I refuse because, as said to you, Judge Wooten, the court, to everyone else in the status hearing, and to anyone who truly cares, my reason is hope. Never ending, no matter what, hope. This being the entire reason I am even here for my incarceration. Nothing is impossible with God, and I await my day to say my truth and side of everything. Please don't give up. I have not and will not ever. I await your response. Always, Mr. Bankowitz. Thank you. Sincerely, Sarah Boone. Okay, that was January 10th. Now we're going to go to May 15th. Perspective. Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. I wonder how many people are going to actually look up the definition to see if it's the same. I wonder also how many website hits the word perspective will get. Definition. 1. The science of painting or drawing so that objects represented have apparent depth and distance. 2. The aspect in which a subject or its parts are mentally viewed. A view of things as objects or events in their true relationship or relative importance. Please review so everyone has a clearer, better understanding of my continued concerns, hindrances, questions, and frustrations with the justice system and the solid, absolute remissiveness of my case and the due process of I am and have been waiting for patiently and maintaining what I can, since no one else has or will, it seems, and I feel at this point, 6 attorneys later, 39 months, almost 3.5 years, which I will make, and not by choice, I need to make all aware of my immense struggle with the extreme mismanagement of my case to date. Let's look at the bigger picture or perspective to get a better view of what I've had more than enough time to see and realize. I'm hoping by doing so, eyes can finally be opened and very overdue, longed for progress and finalization can be had. The growing mass of ignorance, manipulation, slander, and advantageous gain must stop. My truth needs to be heard, and it's my right. Do not give me rights expecting me not to fully utilize them. I voted for the president and governor while here in jail, and stop violating what I've been trying to utilize or lessen the value of my capabilities and opportunities, I am not apologetic in any way for being an observant, hardworking, above-average, non-stereotypical inmate. I can only imagine, sadly, how others, not as outspoken as myself, have been and are being mistreated, overlooked, and dehumanized. Get it together. Judge Wayne C. Wooten. At what point do you evaluate and intercede in a case to make sure there is proper advancement, regular communication between the attorney and client, ethical treatment of client is being upheld, timeframes are being met, etc.? Clearly you know and have known of the prolongation of my difficulties from your comments regarding my letters, but with no intervention from you to change anything for a better, less problematic process. You've told me in the past, when I've tried to voice my legitimate concerns to you in the courtroom, 5 times in 3 years total, and in my letters, to save it for my next attorney. If anything at all, do tell, Your Honor, which attorney. I'm on my 6th, whom I've not seen in person for over another 3-month period, 12 weeks, 89 days and counting. Frank J. Bankowitz has been appointed as my attorney by the court to represent me in my case, and has been for 10 months and counting. Total approximate hours of representation, 7,200. Total times attorney met with client, Sarah Boone, 6. Phone numbers given to client by attorney, 2. Phone calls answered from client by attorney, 0. Outside sources calling attorney on behalf of client, 3. Phone calls, emails, voicemails answered by attorney, 0. Letters client sent to attorney trying to communicate, 7. Letters defending client sent to judge trying to communicate, animate attorney in unsuccessfulness, 5. 15-minute video visits between attorney and client, 3. Attended court dates scheduled, 2. I was an attempted withdraw, the other an allowance to finally be included in my PTC, which was the same information carried over from all the others. Now what? Why are you enabling my constitutional rights to be continuously violated? History lesson for everyone. First Amendment, 4th Amendment, 5th Amendment, 6th Amendment, 8th Amendment, 14th Amendment. Why am I being judged for my legitimate letters I write in order to know the status of my case or attorney, and how much longer before something substantial occurs in the progress of three years later, other than the inappropriate prejudgment being made, the 3.3, due to the excessive amount of my case, information online, bigger and meaner fabrications of my case-sensitive details in which I have not seen, and even greater mind-numbing one-sided ignorance. If I didn't write my letters, would you or anyone be aware of all of my rightful concerns still and ongoing? If a perpetual question mark over a defendant's head the norm during a case due to inactivity, no communication, no help, or intervention, or answers being given by anyone in the justice system? Honestly, what has been done about or with any of my letters other than being scanned, uploaded incorrectly? I made sure to correct so everyone is up to speed on my case status. Unfortunately, it is all I have to report at this time. Why are you allowing numerous case studies and protection elements to be breached, violated, manipulated? Why has a gag order never been implemented? My case has turned into an unnecessary witch hunt, from the innumerable violations of my case details being leaked and racketeered illegally in exchange for website hits, viewer ratings, etc., in exchange for $signs. Where is your cut, Your Honor? You choose who knows what, where, and how in your courtroom. When did court minutes become live? Are you the one who authorizes the upload to the internet? It's all about how much rather than how did it happen. No matter the destruction caused in the meantime, and is irreparable. It is not even about the suitcase anymore. My case is now a global event, with the video receiving over 3 million hits, depending on the website, in turn making me realize that's over 3 million less unprejudiced, unbiased, non-discriminatory, fair jurors I will have access to on my case. How is that going to work? Now what? Factoring important private details should not be made ready and available for the world to know about before I, the defendant, does, correct? This is wrong, unconstitutional, unfair, and not how justice is supposed to work for anyone. I'm tired of having motives attributed to me that are unreal, assumed, and inappropriate. This is not legal. This is what a trial is for, correct? At this point, what can even be rightfully suppressed in my case? Once you ring the bell, it cannot be unrung. It's already been heard and seen. I don't even know where the bell is or who's ringing it. When do I, the main component in my case, actually get to know, see, hear everything everyone else already has? When am I going to be included also? When is the next status hearing? You stated what happened before my PTC 7/11/23, my attorney's year mark. Am I included? What else can I do to ensure the productivity, communication, incorruptibility, appropriation, and intellectualism of my case? It is my right to know so I can begin or continue for true progress of any kind to finally be succeeded. Attorney Frank J. Bankowitz, where are you? Our last in-person was February 15, 2023, 3 months. When is our next meeting? Remember, please, there are still time-sensitive matters pressing. FYI, in the 10 months of your representation, here are the 6 meeting dates which have occurred so you can see prospectively the massive time gaps in between while I have been sitting eagerly waiting, wondering. And she lists all the dates, okay? Why aren't you fixing either of the 2 phone numbers you gave me upon your appointment back in July 11th, 2022? Every time I ask you about it, it's a different excuse. Much progress can be had in a very expeditious manner. If completed, why has it not almost a year later? Why do you keep telling me to call when you know they don't work? As said before, public defenders answer their calls and reply to mail. Why are you unable or unwilling? See the difference it will make? Our agreement made from one of my letters I wrote earlier this year after not hearing from you is a solid 5 months prior was to connect every 2 weeks with or without any significant progress. Why have you not been upholding this agreement, even in a 15-minute video visit? Remember, a phone call is another option and is not as difficult technology. A working number is needed, just one. What are your anticipated dates of completion for anything already discussed and will eventually, when you do actually show up for an in-person scheduled meeting? There are 1,000 little fires needing to be put out. You're holding the fire hose. Please see from my perspective the botched, eye-rolling experience I am going through still, and how I believe anyone would act or do if in my slides doing the same. What would you do? Do not fault me in trying to make the best, most successful outcome possible for myself in every aspect in this convoluted predicament I am in and have been over the last 3.3 years. I would rather be called a narcissist, pain in the arse, arrogant, strange, or whatever else anyone wants to waste their time to think of. Just don't call me a murderer, which I am not. No one knows me except for the ludicrous insanity that's been made up, mocked, edited, and spewed all over the internet. It's not me. I'm hoping and praying my highly anticipated day will come. Whenever that will be, it's God's timing. I continue to wait, smiling. At least everyone will know I'm not sitting around eating bonbons, watching soap operas. Application is the product of the lesson. Give me my chance appropriately, correctly, and fairly in court. Unfortunately, my perspective of our justice system is incredibly dim and dull. I hope my very overdue blinding light has shone brightly for all to see a glimpse of how it really works, and being a system we all have to work together to function in unison. Please help. See the difference I'm trying to be and make. Waiting and wondering, keeping it real. Now what? Sarah Boone. Okay. And then next, August 26th, 2023. Judge Wooten, how do you feel about your attorney withdrawing? During an attempted video visit by a misrepresented shifty reporter, this is how I was made aware of my attorney, Frank Bankowitz, cowardly and for the second time trying to ungracefully bow out of my care. Mr. Matt Johnson, please honor the integrity and ethics of a real reporter and not camouflage yourself as my friend in order to push your way through the rules and regulations of the correctional facility. Professional is also an option when scheduling, but clearly does not pertain to you. Just don't schedule at all, as I have nothing to report to you or court TV altogether. You're not even a real news channel, and only add to the confusion and hysterics wrongfully, illegally, and inappropriately concocted in my case. Do not contact. From my perspective, am I surprised my attorney is trying yet again to give up completely? No, it's a blessing. Yes, let's be honest. Frank J. Bankowitz is a dud of an attorney. He is unprofessional, hides, lies, and is disrespectful. I had a feeling when other attorneys spoke about him, winced, sighed, or rolled eyes, saying they have some of his clients, and after finding his 3 public reprimands, I announced to the court, and which he said pissed him off, being the reason for his first attempted withdrawal, that this was going to be an adventure, but nonetheless hope for the best. Unfortunately, I seem to have gotten the worst. Therefore, thankfully, there are many other professional and scrupulous, valiant attorneys still available, and hopefully, after all my previous letters and 6 withdrawals to date, not by my choice, Judge Wooten, you will remove the blindfold this time when throwing your dates of justice at the remember everyone has constitutional rights and should be treated fairly dartboard. And you wear glasses. So let's go for the bullseye. Please, thank you in advance for hopefully carrying this time. Also, if you are insistent on continuing to be my judge, as revolution is supposed to be every 2 years, I'm on going 4 now, and you stated to me in your courtroom previously, I have not because I asked not. May you please observe and act independently as a judge and utilize your judicial authority to judicially maintain forward direction of proper, lawful, ethical treatment and respect of the client in any care, effective communication between all parties, especially the client and attorney, is being made, productive, regular progress is being achieved, and all around fairness of and in every aspect is constant. Aren't you tired of getting my letters always asking about the same questions, concerns, and drab information? Please do not ignore and avoid what I have to say any longer, as I'm sure the taxpayers are unapproving of their tax dollars, mine too, being wasted for all my attorneys you keep blundering. It took almost 14 months before my I told you so moment with Bankowitz and all my other attorneys, 42 months total. Please also see finally the absolute fair and unfairness, fabrications, impediments, illegalities, and dysfunctions ongoing in my case, and how truly, unmistakably ransacked by the justice system and perverted by the whole world my entire case has been and become. Add yourself also to the mayhem, hype, and added difficulties. I have an unfair opportunity in everything, with all the predisposed, non-permissive, illegally distributed, case-altering, sensitive information and details spread globally for everyone's viewing except me. My hand is known before the cards are even out of the box. There's not a bell anywhere that hasn't already been rung for all to hear. Seeds have been planted, all illegally and unfairly, for the monumental amount of time, allowing the world to abuse and devastate my private case information, lack of proper orders, not having an appropriate attorney, and non-existent security and protection of any kind, for all said information becoming so easily accessible, mutated, and shared without my permission and before my trial. It is unfair and unlawful that a heavily prejudiced, ignorant, incorrect prejudgment has been made as a result. This could have been stopped, lessened, or averted if someone was doing their job correctly. I am still doing mine by telling you so. I am not wrong. No, still I believe it all depends how much money, notoriety, and benefits anyone and everyone can get for themselves, and however, no matter the destruction caused or the ominous, irreparable shadow made along the very lucrative way, a system for all the wrong reasons. As for Bankowitz and his irreconcilable differences, this means because I asked again about his phantom phone numbers and any progress occurring since not speaking to him in months and after. 408 days, 58 weeks, 9,792 hours of his representation from the date of appointment 7/11/22 to withdraw attempt 8/22/23, with only 6 in-person meetings totaling 7 hours out of 9,792, 4 15-minute video visits, and 2 phone numbers given, 0 working, 0 calls answered, 10 letters from me, clicks, client trying to communicate, no response, 8 letters from me, client to judge, no response productively, 4 letters from me, client to my investigator, asking him to attempt communication on my behalf to Bankowitz, 5 known attempts by investigator, see 8/2/23 letter by something directly on my behalf, no response, 9 attempts made by outside sources on my behalf, including phone calls, voicemails, emails, no response. Also, trying to use recycled components in my case, no discovery, witness list, research orders, instructions, records, depositions, downloads, etc. After 13 months, nothing but confirmation of his lack of professionalism, principles, disrespect, lies, and not caring. And please note, 11 out of 13 months are with no communication, none in any form. The only difference is I want progress, productivity, honesty, respect, and results. If he were such a professional attorney from the beginning and not selling me on his stable of witnesses, historical background, and all his abundant resources, he wouldn't be still avoiding and cowering behind his now second attempt to withdraw. Number 2, promotion to withdraw. Clearly everyone can see, anyone not lobotomized in my slides would be highly unsatisfied with Bankowitz's overall performance as an attorney. See prior data, and no dedication has been made on his part in my case, or any productive progress or effort. What time has been put forth solely? The 7 out of 9,792 in 13 months. Number 3, per motion to withdraw. As I reminded Bankowitz during one of 4 video visits, and him repeatedly telling me how busy he is with all his other murder cases, after again no communication for months, I politely raised my hand to the camera where he could see and said, "Murder case? I am your client also, and have been. When do I get to go to trial like all the other clients?" He said that he had to think about everything and disconnected. No word since 100 days later, except for the withdrawal I learned about from court TV. Not him. Number 4, per motion to withdraw. Judge Wooten, with everything I have stated and all my information produced to you in all my previous letters, so you are aware, clearly Bankowitz should not continue being my attorney. Wouldn't you agree? Clearly you should have listened and reviewed much earlier when I was trying to communicate to you 10 letters ago just about him. Please listen and include me going forward. It is my right. What the heck? With that being said, and because in the past you have stated to me you have other priorities, not allowing me rightful opportunity, time to speak in your courtroom when I am allowed to my meeting and I am on your schedule for that day. 4 times going to court with Bankowitz, total times with all other attorneys. And then she lists the times. Please grant Frank Bankowitz's motion to withdraw as my attorney. I, Sarah Boone, permit Judge Wayne C. Wooten to release Frank Bankowitz entirely from my case for obvious aforementioned reasons stated. I will allow withdrawal when it should be terminated. We all know it, me and my hope. Next. In the meantime of the selection of my new next attorney, and also going forward, please enable and support me in still trying to utilize my constitutional rights and as a still proud citizen of the United States, and stop willingly, actively allowing the violations of said rights. See previous letter dated 5/15/23. Please include me. Please listen to what I have to say. No one else does or has, and it's my case. Hopeful, futuristically, with a better, more appropriate, professional attorney of your choosing. Less letters, if any, will be generated, and more time you will have to dedicate to all your priorities you've made known to me in the past. Please know all, Your Honor, I know I am not priority, as you condescendingly and incorrectly stated, nor am I making myself out to be or ever have been in anything my entire life. I am a client to my attorney, now 7th and all prior, an inmate to the county jail and criminal case for your righteous judgment still. Clearly, after yet another letter from me and another withdrawn, not by my choice, and 42 uneventful months later, still looking for the starting line and 7 times more, nothing has been made priority. Please help Bankowitz wipe the sweat from his brow and inform him that he can stop the self-sabotage. He is no longer my attorney. Amen. My perseverance is real. So is my truth. I can't wait to meet the bullseye. Court appointed audacious gratitude, Sarah Boone. Important. Please send me a copy of this letter as the court used to consistency, so I have a receipt and know it has been received and hopefully read. I do not have the resources, being in jail still, to make this needed copy myself, nor the penning to rewrite. Hopefully my next letter will be less involved from all the necessary remedies being made. Also, my attorney is really an attorney. Thank you in advance for the copy, 10 pages, your caring and precious time. I will look for in the mail once the copy has been mailed. Again, so grateful, Sarah Boone. Now, August 30th. Hold on, I don't even have, you know what? I'm not even connected to YouTube. I don't even know if you guys are here. Let me just see if you are. Oh, okay, here you guys are. Oh, you guys are here. Okay, thank you for being here. All right, let's go back. This is August 30th. So confused. This is Clerk of Courts, Judge Wooten, anyone.
Oh my gosh, this is so comfortable.
Be quiet. So confused, so tired of the perpetual question marks over my head. As usual, thanks to the ongoing convolution of everything, from no communication, no system, not including me, and no care, I can't ask my attorney because he's trying to withdraw again. I wouldn't get a response anyway. It's funny how the only piece of correspondence via mail I have actually received from Bankowitz is his motion to withdraw as counsel, number 2. Judge Wooten, please clarify my requested information as followed so I, the defendant, in my case, can prepare and plan accordingly. See letter dated 6/29/23, hand-delivered, second copy, 7/21/23. What is going on? This information in question is all I have from an outside source looking on the clerk's website to keep me updated since no one else will. I've tried to dilute some of the question marks, but need you, Judge Wooten, to help me get it correct and begin my preparation. Please clarify and send copies for, and she puts a bunch of hearings here. Again, what is going on and when? I rarely am included on in the certificate of service for any document filed or anything else. I should be an automatic inclusion. Please send revised and or correct copies of the aforementioned documents so I have for my records, and this is the only way I know unless able to find an outside source. Again, receiving copies of notifications, updates, schedules, everything to all my meetings, conferences should be automatic so I know it is my right. Please include. Finally, am I really the only one who is trying to figure anything out for and about my case to finally conclude? Shouldn't I, the defendant of all parties in my case, be included overall and receive necessary, needed copies? Shouldn't I? Where was I? Let's see. Please clarify everything, Sarah Boone. Okay. Wow. Crazy, right? Yes, she directed the letter, Clerk of Courts, Judge, or anyone, right? Absolutely. So those are all of her letters that she has written. Well, many of them. There's a few more, I think, that from July. But I think we get the gist of what she's put out there. So I didn't see the buffoon comment about her attorney. I did see the dud. So Sarah Boone's publicly appointed attorney has withdrawn. Court documents show Sarah wrote multiple letters to the judge about her attorney, calling him a dud and a buffoon. The judge appointed Sarah a new attorney during a court hearing today, Friday. Sarah Boone has pled not guilty to the murder of George Torres. Investigators say she put him into a suitcase during a drunken game of hide and seek. Her next court appearance will be in late October. So that is that. I still haven't found that guy. Missing in Pennsylvania there. Police with long guns were seen swarming near where an escaped murderer has been spotted during his 9 days on the run as an annual festival in the area prepares to get underway. Authorities believe they are closing in on Cavalcante with a solid perimeter set in the area of Longwood Gardens, a popular botanical garden in Kennett Square, where the fugitive has been spotted several times. The garden has been closed indefinitely after the escapee was seen there earlier this week. Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens said he's hopeful the saga could end soon. Officials say there would be extra security for the Mushroom Festival in Kennett Square, where 34-year-old Danilo Cavalcante has been seen several times since his escape last week. The festival grounds are just outside the search area. The festival coordinator, Gail Ferranto, said they have a great security system group this year. Cavalcante escaped the Chester County Prison while awaiting transfer to a state prison after he was sentenced to life for the murder of his ex-girlfriend. He is also wanted in his native Brazil for an unrelated murder at the time. Prison officials released video this week showing part of Cavalcante's daring escape, and on Friday they said they had fired the 18-year-old veteran guard who was on duty in an observation tower at the time. The guard has not been named. Right? Okay, everybody here, if you'd like to hit the thumbs up, that would be really wonderful. Okay, let me just get over here. And hang on for a moment. Okay, very good. Let's go to the next thing. See what else is going on. North Carolina. Yeah, this is something. I wanted to look at this. I feel like I know this lady. She looks like somebody I know. Alabama killer Mason Sisk, 18, will spend the rest of his life behind bars for the murder of 5 family members, including a baby and 2 young children. The Limestone County Circuit Judge Chad Weiss handed down the sentence Thursday, calling the crime draped in unmitigated evil. The verdict followed Sisk's conviction in April on multiple capital murder counts for the chilling 2019 murders of his parents and 3 younger siblings. Sisk, who was 14 at the time, murdered his family members at their Elkmont home in September of 2019. After the shooting, Sisk called police at around 1:15 a.m., claiming he heard gunshots upstairs. When questioned by investigators, Sisk changed his story and admitted to murdering his family. He then helped officers locate the murder weapon on the side of a nearby road. The Limestone County Sheriff's Office spokesperson Stephen Young later identified the victims as Sisk's father and stepmother, John Sisk, 38, and Mary Sisk, 35, and half-brothers Kane, 6, and Colson, 6 months, and Aurora, his 5-year-old half-sister. During a pretrial hearing, an audio recording played to the court detailed the defendant describing how he was fed up with his parents arguing. Prosecutors said Sisk has anger issues and tried before to kill his mother by lacing her coffee. Yeah, they argue a lot, and I got fed up with it, he said, and the kids were going through a lot. This is... Mason Sisk's cousin said that Sisk learned Mary wasn't his biological mother shortly before the murders. The cousin added that Sisk began acting out a year prior to the murders in the form of vandalizing his school and burning animals alive. Oh my gosh. Loved ones said that Mary Sisk, a special education teacher, was the best thing to ever happen to the defendant. The teen reportedly babysat his 3 younger siblings and had a close relationship with his father. I prosecuted a lot of people in my career, and I can tell you that out of all those people, only 4 out of 5 people scare the H out of me, and he's the top of my list, Limestone County District Attorney Brian C.T. Jones said in a written statement. The judge added that the circumstances of the Sisk case are much more appalling when compared to other juvenile offenders who were given life sentences. Wow. I don't remember that trial being televised, do you guys? Let me look at this for a second. Let's look at this for a second. Sisk initially claimed that he was playing video games in the basement when he heard the gunfire and ran outside to see a car driving off. He later confessed to investigators, telling them, yeah, they argue a lot, and I got fed up with it, and the kids were going through a lot. He was charged with 4 counts of capital murder and 1 count for killing 2 or more people and 1 course of conduct. Because he was 14 years old when he committed the crimes, he did not face the possibility of the death penalty. Okay, here's what we got here. Circuit Judge Chadwick Wise said that Sisk's actions were ghastly, disturbing, and draped in unmitigated evil. On top of that, chilling messages Sisk sent to his ex-girlfriend were also revealed at trial. Lola Holliday was dating Sisk at the time he committed the brutal murders. Messages between the two were read in court. On February 2nd, 2021, Sisk texted Holliday, "I did it because I was held at gunpoint." Sisk also told Holliday that he wanted to be a contract killer, according to a reporter from CBS. He texted her saying, "I am good with a gun. I killed my family in less than 4 seconds. All headshots." Holliday took the stand during trial to reveal more about Sisk's life. He told me that his birth mother used to lock him in bathrooms and leave. Then his dad got remarried. He always played with his siblings, dressed up with his sister, did tea parties. He was scared to hold the baby because he was so small. She said that Sisk had warned her that if anything bad happened, it was likely John's brother, Lance. The night of the murders, he called me bawling, hyperventilating. Holliday said, I couldn't understand him. I had to calm him down. I never believed that Mason did this. I thought he lost his mind in jail, being by himself. I never believed any of the messages he sent me from jail. The disturbing murders rocked Elkmont, a tiny town of 500 residents not far from the Alabama-Tennessee border. As part of his sentence, Sisk is not eligible for parole. Okay. Let's go to see one other thing. Okay. Okay, let's look at this for a minute. This is weird. Go on. Okay, so the U.S. Coast Guard suspends the search after Army veteran mysteriously vanishes aboard a Carnival cruise ship. The U.S. Coast Guard has suspended its search for the Carnival cruise passenger who has inexplicably disappeared aboard the cruise ship Monday. The Coast Guard used an MH-65 Dolphin helicopter and boats to search around 3,300 nautical square miles in surrounding Miami waters for 26-year-old Army veteran Kevin McGrath, who was last seen early Monday aboard the Carnival cruise ship Conquest. McGrath's sister says he was supposed to meet his family that same morning for breakfast, but never showed up, and was not among the passengers that boarded at the Miami port. We know that at 3:30 in the morning he used the key card to get back into the room, and any time between then and 7:30 in the morning, when he was supposed to meet my family for breakfast, is when he went missing, Kevin's sister Danielle McGrath said. Let's see here now. McGrath was last seen wearing a black shirt, black shorts, and gray shoes. Cameras aboard the ship reportedly did not show McGrath going overboard and did not show him getting off the ship with other passengers. His C-Pass card was not scanned because when you exit the ship, you have to scan your C-Pass card. We had his documents, like his birth certificate and driver's license, so there's no way he could come off the ship, Kevin's father, Sean McGrath, said. I was told from Carnival that they had sensors all around the ship, so if someone did go overboard, they would have been alerted, and nothing was alerted. Carnival said in a statement that McGrath was not detected by surveillance systems, including U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, during the debarkation progress. We're hoping that his training and surviving skills will come into play at some point. We're hoping. McGrath is described as a black male, 5'9", 170 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing that black shirt, black shorts, and gray shoes. Anyone with information is urged to call Detective M. Rich Jr. 305-715-3300. Wow, what could happen to this guy? Where could he be? That's crazy. Crazy. Did he go out of the room? Would they know that? Did they show the key? I don't know. Could they tell if his door was open that he left again? Was there I don't know. It's so weird. Very strange. Very strange. Oh my goodness. A German man is on trial for the brutal murder of his 100-year-old grandmother in the German city of Hamburg, where a jury heard how he decapitated her as she tried to defend herself from her wheelchair. Arthur B. The German legal system does not identify victims and suspects except by the first name and the last initial. 37 years old, is accused of killing Amelie G., a retired farm worker, in March. Amelie, who reportedly suffered from dementia, frequently complained that Arthur, a former soldier, was stealing from her, relatives said, and after his arrest, Arthur sought psychiatric treatment and claimed that he was struggling with caring for his grandmother. Arthur himself called police to tell them what he had done after killing Amelie. Coroners said Arthur struck his grandmother 16 times, with the killing blow severing her spinal column. She tried to defend herself with a cordless vacuum cleaner. An axe believed to have been the murder weapon was found at the crime scene. Neighbors said that Arthur often came to care for his grandmother and that the two had frequent and loud arguments. Wow, that's horrendous. Okay. Next. Do we have anything else to go over? Let's see. Let me look at something else here. Hold on. We have a storm ahead. Yep. Let's look at this. Hang on. Come on. Here we go. Trying to get you a satellite image here. Here we go. All right, so Hurricane Lee slightly weakened to a still major Category 4 storm on Friday, while the East Coast sits on edge as its trajectory and potential impacts remain uncertain. The massive storm is churning roughly 500 miles off of the northern Leeward Islands, moving west-northwest at about 13 miles per hour, but it's expected to slow down over the weekend and into next week. Winds are currently whipping at 150 miles per hour, just below the 157 mile per hour threshold for a Category 5. It's still a powerful major hurricane, and it's expected to take the same approximate level of strength for the next 5 days, said Fox News meteorologist Stephanie Van Open. The 5-day forecast from the National Hurricane Center has the storm slowly moving northwest between the Bahamas and the eastern U.S. by the middle of next week. The East Coast is not expected to experience any potential effects like dangerous surf conditions until after that, and is likely to be spared a direct hit from Lee. The storm system is expected to eventually turn north like on Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, there's a lot of disagreement in the forecast models of when the northward turn is supposed to happen, and that will make all the difference for the eastern seaboard. Whether we see any direct impacts or just coastal wave heights and rip currents from the system. Right now, it's too early to say what could potentially happen to New York or Boston, but it looks very unlikely that a direct impact is going to occur. Okay. So, well, hopefully not. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Sorry, I can't see the live chat yet. I should really go in. I will in a second. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Bruce Springsteen, since, you know, I had that concert that was canceled, right? Let's see what's going on, because he's speaking out now. E Street Band announced on their official Twitter account that they postponed their forthcoming September concerts, followed by an apology by Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band have postponed all performances currently scheduled for September 2023, beginning with tomorrow's show scheduled for the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse, New York. The Post went on to reveal the frontman's health condition. Mr. Springsteen is being treated for symptoms of peptic ulcer disease, and the decision of his medical advisors is that he should postpone the remainder of his September shows. They also included a message from Springsteen himself saying, "Over here on E Street, we're heartbroken to have to postpone these shows. First, apologies to our fabulous Philly fans who we missed a few weeks ago. We'll be back to pick up these shows and then some. Thank you for your understanding and support. We've been having a blast on our U.S. shows, and we're looking forward to more great times. We'll be back soon. Love and God bless all, Bruce." The last part of the announcement included a list of the postponed gigs and added ticket holders will receive information regarding rescheduled dates for the postponed shows, which are listed below. Due to Bruce Springsteen having been taken ill, his concerts with the E Street Band at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia on August 16th and 18th have been postponed. That's what it said earlier last month. Springsteen's next planned show is on November 3rd in Vancouver, BC. Then he and the E Street Band will travel across Canada and the western United States, with their tour ending in San Francisco on December 12th. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let me see if you guys are still here. What time is it? Oh, how is it 3 o'clock in the morning already? That can't be. I don't know why I got on so late tonight. Hold on. Let me get back to the live chat. Okay. There you guys are. Hello. Hi, White Angel. Hello, everybody. Who came in here that I missed? Linda Uribe. Hello there. Barb Olson. I got you before. Ceci Darcy. White Angel. Is it time for vid cookies? Vid cookies. Sorry that I, whoopsie, fell asleep last night. I didn't even hear Scooter leave or anything. Hi, Sharon. Okay, Sharon, you missed a lot of stuff. Okay. There's a bake-off every weekend, I believe. What happened, White Angel? What happened? What are you talking about? What happened? Panic. Oh my gosh, I hate this thing. Oh my gosh. It doesn't want to... should we do here? Sorry, I'm really in. Sorry, I should be talking more. Sorry. Let's see here. I haven't looked at you guys at all. I've done all this by myself. And I'm going to try to do it by myself since I've made it this far. And I only have 2 more words. Oh, I got it. Pika. Yes, Pikachu. No, it's Pika. That's the thing. So one more. Let's see. One more. I can do it. I can. Oh, I got it. Yay! I did it all by myself. Yay! Good. You did it all by yourself? Yeah. That's great. I know. Sorry, guys. Oh, let's see. I see G. That was crazy that I didn't see ecology until I just did that a bunch of times. Isn't that crazy? It is. Sometimes you just can keep. Oh, clog dancing. Do 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 do. Clog dancing. Clog and coo and. Okay, I've got one more and then I got this all by myself too. All by myself. There we go, I did that. I did it. Sorry guys. Good time. Oh, thank you to whoever sent the $2.90. The hold on a minute. The super chat. Thank you so much. Lop. Lip. Koi. Poi. Pick. Yep. Ply. Clip. Should we clip this? Where's our clip this guy? Where's our cup of joe? Where's our facilitator? Where's our Pai Mei? Ploy. Cloy. Icy. Hot. Hop. Policy. Policy. Hi. Hello. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yoli. Clip clop. Okay, Sharon, I took one of yours. Clip clop. And I took oil, and I'll take copy. Okay, I'll take them all, Sharon. The clop didn't work. Clip clop. No, didn't work. Took oily. Coil. I'll try coil. High 61. There, you helped with that one. Okay. Hi, Adventures with Beth. How are you? Oh, special level. We haven't had that in a while. That's me. Mop. Mike. Hot. Not. Limp. Comply. Comply with our policy. Yay, I got that. Okay. Olympic, I'll take that. I'll take that. And I'll try Clomp, Beth. Nope. Imply from Sharon, I'll try it. Okay. We did it. Special level. Stunning work, guys. Stunning work here. It's horrible. staying? Okay. Oh, let's see. Uneasy. Look at that. Uneasy. It's all in a row. Sue, 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 run around. Use. I tried yes, it doesn't work. Yen. Yes, I'll take that. Sasha, how are you? Who's deceiving you, Sasha? Oh, she was pushed out of the plane. Yeah, terrible game, right? Very bad, Sasha. Very bad. Very bad. It's a very bad man, Jerry. Very bad man. Uh-oh. It's my bedtime. It's my bedtime. Alright, I used Blaine. Let's see. Yeah, I already did that. 333. Oh my goodness, yes it was. It was my bedtime. That was my bedtime. I think I did have it, didn't I? I thought I did. What did I do? It's something like that. Anvil. Oh, maybe. Alright, I'll take it. Land that I love. Valid. A valid driver's license. No. Sorry, Beth, it wasn't there. Advil? I don't think so. Oh, din. Nope. Oh, I know. Hi, Crystal. Silverheart. Oh, I don't like autumn right now. I want summer still. Sorry. I tried nail nip. There's no P. Sure. Alright, let's go to the... Come on, what are we doing here? We've been painting floors. Sasha, we're very kind people here. Okay, what should I do now? What should I do? Sharon? What's the last one? Come on. What should I do here? Thinking of divan. What is that thing for couch? It's a divan sometimes. Divan. What is it called? A divan or divan? You know that some. Do you know when people call? You ever remember when people call couch a Davenport? I don't know where I've heard that. I mean, we didn't do that in my family, but I know I've heard that somewhere. It's on the Davenport, right? And wasn't there a divan? Some people called it a divan. Oh, it's on the divan. Divan, right? But who says that anymore? We should bring those words back. I always say that we should bring them back. Yeah, but it's not there. Oh, yeah. No. What am I going to do? Dial V. No, yeah, the last word has to start with a V. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Try that. Valid. Oh, invalid. It's invalid. It doesn't have to start with a V because it's, hold on, it's invalid. Oh, shoot. Oh, we did invalid. How about invalid? Oh, what is going on? You know what that made me remind me of the Dr. Spock book, and they said when your child is homesick and they're an invalid, and they actually said that you would be like, just not that something was like, just like regular sick, and they called them an invalid. Can you believe that? Inlaid. Yeah. I don't remember even doing invalid. That's so weird. Did one of you give that to me? Because I don't remember that. 8. Gate. Taco. Get. Tat. Cat. Eat. Oat. Toe. Cot. Cog. Echo. Chamber. Somebody's favorite word. Ago. T for 2. Act. Ace. Your aces, Joni. That's good. 'Cause aces beat kings. Not in Hollywood, my dear. Taught. Goat. Don't be a goat. Oh, gosh, I can't take it. Oh, cage. Cottage. Hold on a minute. See, it always goes to the wrong thing. See, you can't control this sometimes. But cottage. Cottage. I tried toga. Tote. Tote. Put it in a tote. T-O. Tog. It's just a tog. G. G. O. G. Go. Ego. EGOT. I tried tote. See? Toga. Toga. Try toga too. Toga. See? Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. Gita. Tact. Who said that? Thank you, High 61. That was it. Oh, this says it's hard. Let's see. True blue. You've got me dancing a roux. I'm in the tub. And I need a fishing lure because otherwise I'm going to hit a rut. But rub. Play your lute. Don't be a brute. Do we do true? Yeah, we do true. Treble? No, we can't do it. Rules. Okay. Let it be. Let it be. Okay. But we can bet that they're not going to have two-letter words. Blur it. You can blurt it out. Burl. You need a belt for those pants. Look, I'm doing this hard one all by myself. I haven't got any help. Oh, tube. Let's see what else. Trouble. A lube. The Butte, Eddie. Okay, I need some help. Bluer? Okay, let's try. Oopsie. I almost did it all by myself. Rebut. Tubler? No. Bueller. Butler. Butler. Butler, I got it on my own. Tubers. Okay, I almost did the whole thing on my own. Almost. I needed help for like 2 things. It was pretty good still. Never let go, Jack. Never let go. I'm pregnant. Oh, cripes. Bungee. Okay. Let's go bungee jumping. That's what Chris Watts says. Do bungee jumping. That'll help your marriage. Bang. Bang. Okay, Sharon, began. Okay. Our quest is completed. Special level. We had 2 special levels this time. Ding dang boom. Oh no. Nova. Cool. Cool. Coal. Uh-oh. Coal. Van. Can. Loon. Volcano. Um, okay, let's see. Vocal. Okay, I'll take it. VOCAL. Vocal. Clan. Yep. Loan. It's just a loan. No, it's a gift. It's a loan. It's a gift. Loco. 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 COAL. I already did that. Coin? No, we don't have coin. I already did that. I already did that. I already did that. Come on, guys. Okay, I'll do it on my own. Don't worry about it. Oval. I did it. I did it on my own. I just looked over and you guys just had oval. But I found it on my own though. I found it on my own. Can. Cag. Nail. Lag. Gale. Again. Clan. Gill. mediation. Klingon. All in. Look at that. There's all in. All in. Calling. Mm-hmm. Align. Okay. Lacing. Drinks. I think I tried Scylla. Didn't work. Doesn't work high. Doesn't work high. Lilac. Lilac. Very good. Acing, acing. We've got the acing. Icing, icing. We've got the icing. No, we can't do that. I did nag. I thought I did it. comfortable. Sorry. Just thinking about. Why would you really? Call. I did call, didn't I? You know, and I looked to see if I did call because I did calling. And I swear, this is driving me crazy, Margot. I said that. That's crazy. Claim. Oh, no. No, stop it. Stop. Claim. Calm down. There's a lag. Magic. You have to believe in it. Get the mail every day except Sunday. Be glam. Don't be on the lam. Happy as a clam. Micah. For the gala. Oh my gosh, magical, magical. It's magical. Yay! That should be your aim. She shed. A she shed. Hmm. Oh my goodness. I tried has, didn't I? Oh, I thought I did. Shaded. Okay, shaded. I gotta stop this, right? I gotta go to bed, right? I do, right? Yes, I do. Hi, Heart Made Wise. Hi, Eva. I don't know. I can't even do this anymore. Cola Wars. I can't take it anymore. Ole, ole. Loyal, okay. Oh my gosh. Local. Okay. Alloy. No. Volley? No, it's only 4-letter words. Ole, ole. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna work. Ole, ole. No. We gotta do this oval. It's gonna be oval. Oval. It's gonna be 1, okay? It's been 1 9, okay? And the other one is gonna be loca. Living la vida. No. Do 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 do. Ally. I'm doing this myself now. Look at this. Doing it all by myself. One more. Clay. No. Oh, Ollie. Oh. Oh. Coal. C-O-A-L. And I did it. Yeah, coal. Okay, I only had a little help. She looks pissed. She looks pissed. All right, I'm going to stop. I am too tired. I can't anymore. I just can't. I have to go to bed. I have to start a new zoo review. Hold on. Arcana. Come on. Sarah's letters. My stomach is grumbling. I don't eat dinner. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't want dinner anymore. And then, I don't know. My stomach grumbles now. I don't know what the heck. But I'm not hungry. I don't know what it is. Okay. So, let me end. I've got to end the Zoom. End the Zoom. End the Zoom. Bye, Zoom. Leave meeting. New meeting. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Come again soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Prayers and love for all. Welcome. Thank you. Love you. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, be good. Okay. We have to have our giveaway. Maybe this weekend we'll have the giveaway for one of the coach wristlets. Okay. I just have to get the thing done. Hi, Flo on the go. Bye, Flo on the go. See you. Night, 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 night. Good night, night. Not. Carry the O.